pterodactyls, Daddy?
A story about what?
Pterodactyls.
Pterodactyls.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs. Can it please have a flying pterodactyl in it?
You want a flying pterodactyl?
Yeah.
What do you want in the story, Athena?
Can you just put the light on? I want a queen one. I want a mermaid one and a queen one.
You want a mermaid? He wants a pterodactyl. And what do you want, Azai?
I want a sword that can turn into a lion. What turns
Just spit all over me.
a unicorn and a mermaid one and a queen one and a princess one and a sparkle one.
Okay, you get a mermaid, you get a sword, and you get a pterodactyl. Athena, you're cutting into story time. No, you get one thing. Pick your one thing. You want a mermaid? No, you get. Okay, so she wants nothing. Azai, you want a sword. Pick your one thing.
I want a queen one.
Okay.
I want a sword. I don't want a queen.
Here you go.
And a king.
A sword with a
magic. I want a mermaid one.
Okay, a mermaid. Azai, and you want a sword?
Yeah, what turns into a king.
No. Don't keep going. You want a sword? Is that what you want?
Turn into a tiger.
No. It doesn't get. You don't get to make a whole bunch of stuff up. I always do a lot of stories, but the boys don't have school for the rest of the summer now. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a mermaid that lived by the ocean on an island called what was the name of the island?
Pansdonta?
No, what's the name of the island? Ice Cream Island?
No. Ice cream Hawaii.
Ice Cream Island. And the mermaid. Hawaii. It was a little island in Hawaii called Ice Cream Island. It was the very tip. And this mermaid every day loved to sit on the beach and soak up the sun and do what? Make sandcastles? What else does she like to do?
Make people into unicorns and queens and sisters and dinosaurs and Spider-Mans. And doo-doos and doo-doos.
No. Hey. If we say naughty words, I'm done. I'm out of here immediately.
Windows.
Okay, that's enough, Athena. So we understand what the mermaid did. And there was a big bad army that wanted to come to Hawaii and destroy the whole island. And they were the kingdom of the flaming sword. And they got in their ships and they started to go across the ocean. And they were controlled by the great war king, Azai. No, listen. The mermaid was on Ice Cream Island. And Azai... Well, I don't know, but he was in a big army, and he was coming because he wanted Ice Cream Island all for himself so he could have mountains of ice cream for his family and his friends. And he had 100... How many ships did he have, Azai?
1,600,000.
1,600,000. And what color were the ships?
Rainbow and match.
Rainbow?
Rainbow on all of them.
Okay, so the great and terrible warlord king Azai, with his flaming sword and his rainbow-colored 1,600,000 ships, were coming across the ocean from the far north to take Ice Cream Island. And the mermaid, what was the mermaid's name?
Shuna. No,
No,
only moment.
No, but she didn't have a name?
No, she didn't.
I thought last time her name was Sparkles.
Yeah, her name was Sparkle.
Okay. Sparkles the mermaid had hawk eyes, but she also had a very good friend whose name who was a pterodactyl. And his name was
Snoopy.
you're being too. It's not your part.
His name was Lost and Found.
No, I think it's not your part.
His name was Lost and Found.
His name was Lost and Found, and he was a pterodactyl.
Yeah.
And what color was he? Athena, be quiet.
Oh, lime blue.
What?
Like a light.
Athena, next time.
Like the color of like the color of the shining water.
Like the color of the shining water. And was he a strong pterodactyl or a fast pterodactyl?
He was fast and strong, and he had humongous muscles.
All right. He lived on the top of Ice Cream Island inside an old volcano. And the only thing he liked to eat was...
Ice cream. No.
What did he like to eat?
He liked to eat ice cream.
Oh, okay. So he did like ice cream. Anyway, so Sparkles and Lost and Found were having fun on the beach together when they could see all of the rainbow colored ships coming across the horizon. And they said, "Oh, I think we're going to get attacked." And Lost and Found said, "Sparkles, get on my back." So Sparkles the mermaid got on the pterodactyl's back and they flew up into the what?
Sky. No, they broke the ships of mine.
No, you're going too fast. It's like,
No, it's like
first they went up in the sky.
No, I'm not good. They went underwater because they could both breathe underwater.
Oh, they went underwater?
There's a gold pterodactyl with me, so they can go underneath it.
We'll get to your part in a second, okay?
So they go under, so they could shoot the ships from under.
Okay, so the pterodactyl and the mermaid go deep under the water, and they're swimming so fast. And as they get closer to the ships, the great war king Azai, who's sitting on the very front...
No, do something because it's my part.
I'm getting to your part. He's on the very front ship, and he sees them coming. What does he do next?
It's somebody else.
What's somebody else now?
It's not me anymore.
Okay.
I'm good.
I never said the king was bad.
There is a golden pterodactyl now with tubs.
So now there's a gold. So the golden pterodactyl showed up, and what's that golden pterodactyl's name?
Freddy.
Freddy? And is that the one you control?
Yeah.
And Freddy, was he a swimmer or was he a flyer?
He was both. He could pick up anybody and shoot them by below.
Okay, so Lost and Found and Sparkles were coming towards the ship, and so was, what was his name? What was the name of the golden pterodactyl?
Toots.
What was the name?
Tumanuma.
No, let's think of a name we can remember.
No, Bob. No,
Bob.
I'll do something else.
Okay.
Freddy. That's the name.
Freddy?
Yeah, Freddy.
Okay. Freddy was going across, and they were coming close to the War King with his flaming sword and his 1,600,000 rainbow ships. And as they got close, the great king raised a white flag and said, "Hello there, I'm only here to talk. I don't want to fight. I brought some great treasures." And the mermaid and the two pterodactyls, they landed on the front of the largest ship, which had like a big flat place for pterodactyls. No, they're not. And the captain came out with a treasure chest, and it glowed even before they opened up the treasure chest. And the king of the warships said, "It is far too cold where we come from. We don't even have cows to make milk, so we don't even have delicious flavors to make ice cream. All we've come for is one scoop of ice cream for each of us, so we can taste the deliciousness of Ice Cream Island. If you'll give us each one scoop of ice cream, we will give you each an unbelievable treasure." And the pirate, the war king, opened up the chest, and it glowed incredibly. First, Sparkles saw the treasure, and what did Sparkles see?
Ice cream.
No, in the treasure.
A toy.
What kind of toy?
A rainbow toy.
A rainbow toy. And then Lost and Found saw what was inside the treasure. And what did Lost and Found see?
A huge cow, because he loves to eat meat.
And then Shreddy looked inside the thing, inside the treasure chest. And what did Shreddy see?
A stack what has a necklace on.
A what?
A lion.
A lion with a necklace? So he saw a lion that was wearing a necklace? And what was on the necklace?
Golden.
So he saw a lion with a golden necklace? Wow.
And a silver one.
No, just the gold. And
the rainbow necklace.
A rainbow necklace, actually. And the pirate said, or the war king said,
with all the colors on it, gold.
That's the rainbow. Said, all of this can be yours if you let us all have one scoop of ice cream. And what did Sparkles say, yes or no?
Yes. No.
What did she say, Xander?
Yes.
2-1, they said yes. So Shreddy and Lost and Found said yes, and Sparkles said no. But then she said yes.
I didn't say yes.
Okay.
Only no.
Then they threw her overboard. And they all went back to Ice Cream Island. Shreddy and Lost and Found. And all the sailors went on the island.
I had ice cream too.
Okay, you had ice cream too. All the sailors and even the war
And
king
I say yes.
say yes. Got delicious ice cream. What kind of flavors were there?
There's a chocolate, and I got chocolate. Cow flavored.
What about you, Zai? What flavor ice cream did they have?
They had 1,600 rainbow.
No.
ones.
What kind of flavor?
Rainbow with golden cake on top. That's a color.
Okay. It sounds delicious.
And I had chocolate with rainbow and sea salt shoes. And with a top. And chocolate on top too.
And that was a great.
Rainbows on top.
And they were all happy, and they all lived happily ever after.
What about the treasure?
They got the treasure because they shared the ice cream. All right, the end.